Good morning. This is Chris Dunker with the Lincoln Journal-Star and journalstar.com. I am here at Varner Hall ahead of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents meeting, which will start in about 50 minutes or so. This morning, the board is going to be considering a resolution from Regent Jim Pillen of Columbus that would oppose any imposition of critical race theory in university curriculum. There is a rally of students that has formed on the steps of Varner Hall here ahead of the vote. I saw at least one regent, maybe two that are there. So we're just gonna kind of walk over there and see what's going on. So today's rally, some students just got off of a bus. I believe they came down from the University of Nebraska at Omaha. They're the ones in the red t-shirts over here that say "Protect Academic Freedom." A couple of Regents Barb Whites and Elizabeth O'Connor over there. So this has kind of been a hot issue here over the last couple of weeks, with sides being taken. Pillen, who is running for governor, has been backed by Governor Pete Ricketts and others, kind of following in this same this kind of wave of critical race theory opposition that has kind of gone across the country here this summer. On the other side has been the ACLU. I see the ACLU of Nebraska director Danielle Conrad is over there. Faculty, students, even the administration has come out against this resolution. Last I heard, there was about 24 people that had signed up to talk during the public comment period of this morning's meeting. Some of those people, I believe, are going to talk about not critical race theory. I think the university's vaccine mandates and mask mandate policy. But I'm sure that this is going to, not everybody had to sign up before the meeting, so I'm not entirely sure how many people will be taking part. Good, how you doing? So this is Varner Hall, where the central administration for the University of Nebraska system is located. There's a boardroom in the basement where today's meeting will be. They even brought out the... I wonder if somebody brought that from home or if the university owns that. Looks like all of the student regents are here. Last week they got the 4 student governments to pass a resolution opposing Pillen's resolution. Try to zoom in on them.
And the whole standing history is such a standing system. And one of the things that's so interesting is the sculpture shows him in traditional Celtic dress, which he wore for his trip east to fundraise for his faith. But part of his being recognized as a person was literally wearing
So once again, this is Chris Dunker with the Lincoln Journal-Star and journalstar.com here at Varner Hall ahead of today's University of Nebraska Board of Regents meeting. The Regents will be considering a resolution from Regent Jim Pillen of Columbus, who's also running for governor, that would oppose the imposition of critical race theory in university curriculum. The meeting starts at 9. The board has some business to get to before they'll do the public comment and ultimately the vote on the resolution. I would expect the public comment period would start around 10, but that's just a guess. But we'll be providing coverage at journalstar.com all day. So the rally here was sponsored in part by the ACLU of Nebraska and the Anti-Defamation League, who I believe provided the t-shirts and the transportation for some students to come here today.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Chris with the Journal-Star. Can I talk to one of you about why you came down here today? Anyone? I'm live streaming right now, so it would be live, but yeah, if you guys all want to stand here, you can. That's fine. So I guess, did you guys come down from UNO this morning? That's right. What brought you down here?
I was told by them they found it like through Facebook, which is where like a lot of like things are put together, and we just wanted to come down and support like all the people down here to not have the critical race theory be taken out of the classroom. We really believe that like
okay, you guys,
we should always be taught things, even if people disagree. Like we should always be taught everything because we learn from that and we build upon that to be better people. And the less knowledge that we have, the less people that we are. So we really just want to keep that in schools and really have like future generations build upon that.
So are you guys all from Nebraska here?
Yep.
Okay. And why did you choose to go to UNO?
At least for me, it was just kind of hometown. It's nice to have family there as well. It's, in my opinion, I do like kind of the smaller towns. I think getting to know people there is really bigger thing.
Yeah, awesome. Are you planning on testifying during the public comment period today, or just here to watch and support? Or?
Here to support everyone who is here to talk, yes.
Okay. And have you talked with other students on campus that couldn't be here today? I guess, what are you hearing from some of your friends and classmates?
Yeah, so we actually had a student government meeting about how we wanted to like just come together and make a statement about it. So everyone in student government voted on it that we do not want this resolution to be passed. So I think it was good to see the student government come together as one and just represent the student body of UNO together.
Was it a pretty Was it a unanimous vote, a pretty substantial vote? It was unanimous? Okay, great. Are you all in the student government? Nope, just you? Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for talking with me here. Those were students from UNO that came down here today, part of this rally here. Looks like we're getting ready for some prepared remarks at this lectern over here. Try to get to a place where we can see and hear better. Regent Jim Pillen is walking in behind him there, head of the meeting. Saw him too late, or else I would have tried to grab him.
Thank you so much for coming out and being here today. This would all not be possible without your help. For those of you guys who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Betty Desi. I'm a rising sophomore at the University of Nebraska, and I serve as Secretary as well as Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Culture within our student government body, ASUN. When taking on these positions, I came in with the intention of being an advocate and making a difference. I want to be a voice for students who are underrepresented so they feel seen, heard, and most importantly, respected. This calls for a community that is inclusive and welcoming of individuals from all backgrounds. We must unite and overcome these barriers as a result of our differences rather than being divided. With that being said, students should be able to take advantage of the opportunity that is academic freedom. We have every right to be exposed to the harsh truths that comprise our reality. But on July 8, 2021, our right to academic freedom was challenged. It was on that day that Regent Jim Pillen announced his resolution to oppose critical race theory and its teachings at the University of Nebraska. I think I speak for most when I say how shocked I was to see this resolution come to light. In today's day and age, something as fundamental as CRT should not be challenged. It is almost as if we are taking a step backwards in the wrong direction. This is disappointing considering the tireless efforts faculty and students have put into improving diversity, equity, and inclusion at the University of Nebraska. We must do better. Students and faculty alike should have the liberty to learn what they want to learn and teach what they want to teach. That is the freedom we have of attending an institution of higher education. As students, we are expected to become the future leaders of Nebraska. But how can we do so if our academic freedom is stripped? In the classroom, we should be able to study any area of interest. It is a space where difficult conversations are meant to be had, and open and honest dialogue should be protected. This includes CRT, and banning it fails to recognize our country's history of structural racism and how it creates inequalities for people of color. The Board of Regents are politicizing our education and should not be able to determine what we should and should not learn in our classrooms. Rather, it is the responsibility of the university and its educators to teach us what is important so we are successful in the real world. If this resolution passes, it will be detrimental to the University of Nebraska for years to come. It sets a bad precedent that we do not support academic freedom. By shying away from the harsh truths that CRT sheds light on, we are sheltering our students from reality. This resolution could be all the difference as to why a student decides not to attend the University of Nebraska, especially students of color. During the Board of Regents meeting, I urge you all to utilize your right to freedom of speech and take the stand to give a testimony. Your voice matters and should not go unheard. Again, I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your schedule to be in attendance today. And without further ado, please welcome our four speakers, our student leaders.
This is Maeve Hemmer, the UNO student regent.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here. First I want to thank the ACLU, the ADL, the NAACP, and Preschool for organizing this event. Thank you to all who made it happen. Thank you to everybody who made this happen. These grassroots organizing events are the best. This was student organized, and the power that students have when we mobilize never ceases to amaze me. Thank you again for everyone who came out. Your support and your advocacy means the world. Our university must remain as a place free from politics and centered on teaching and empowering Nebraskans, young people, and current leaders. I'm glad that there's many people who agree with that. I think the power is in our hands to make our university the university we want it to be. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you all speak at public comment.
Good morning, everybody. I want to echo Dave and everybody else. Thank you so much for coming out this morning. I hope you all realize how big of an accomplishment that is for not only all of you guys, but also the university as a whole. Being able to have young leaders come out, and this is quite honestly an uncomfortable experience for most people to step out like this, so I applaud you, and I encourage you to keep doing so in the future. You guys are very bright leaders. Everybody in front of us here today, thank you very much for coming out. Your support is heard, it is recognized, and it is very much appreciated. I want everybody to know that today is not a conversation that will only last today. There's been a lot of hard work put into this over the past month, and the hard work is going to pay off today. We're going to go in there. Everybody, I encourage everybody to go up and speak. Regardless of what side of the conversation you are on, I encourage you to speak, because that is what the Board of Regents is here for, to listen, to consider, to represent their constituents. So please, voice your opinion and continue to advocate for what you believe is right for the University of Nebraska. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Batul Ibrahim. I'm a student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the students that are sitting up here today. Just a reminder, this institution literally will not be here without the students. Okay, so just a quick shout out to them, and if we can give them another round of applause. Standing at this podium today, I'm reminded of the summer of 2020, when students went out on the streets and protested every single day, advocating for diversity, equity, and inclusion, demanding that diversity, equity, and inclusion truly be adopted as the true principles of the University of Nebraska system. So today, I just want us to remember that summer and remember why we're here today. Outside of academic freedom, critical race theory is truly meant to educate Americans on our vast history that has affected and continues to affect people of color today. Black women die at a disproportional rate than white women. Black men are incarcerated at a higher rate than any other male in America. This is because of a system, right? And so to try to exclude that from our education, I'm a political science major. The idea that my classmates will not go into these systems where police and lawyers and academics continue to perpetuate the system is scary as a Black woman in America. So I just want everyone to be reminded why we're here today. It is for Black people. It is for Indigenous people. It is for the people of color in America who are facing racism every single day of their lives. Thank you.
I think you just have to echo what Batul just said. I'm Taylor Cradaville. I'm a fourth-year med student at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and I'm the student body president and student regent this year. I I just want to thank all of our students that we had come out today. The four of us student regents have been hearing from so many students throughout this week and throughout this entire month on this resolution. And to be able to see students voting with their feet and coming out today is really important. And for those of you that may not be aware, we at each of the four institutions at the University of Nebraska passed a resolution with identical language. First of all, calling for academic freedom. Second, calling minds that we would like to see Regent Cohen's resolution not go forward. And then third, calling for all regents to vote against Regent Cohen's resolution. We're really excited today to be able to continue that conversation with the board, and it makes it a heck of a lot easier having students here and being able to continue that conversation. Thank you all for taking the time to be here today.
Can we please give another round of applause for our student regents? Next up, we have remarks from Regents Elizabeth O'Connor and Barbara White. Please give them a round of applause.
Barbara Whites and Elizabeth O'Connor are both regents representing Omaha. First up is Barb Whites.
Good morning. Morning. Really early for me. I don't get up for this kind of thing, but for this, I will get up every time.
Yes.
I am so proud of these students. They are doing what we hope our students will learn how to do in our classes, and they're way ahead. And I want to say that personally, the reason why I ran for regent was because it was a non-partisan office. It was a place for all good ideas to come together, where we could listen to each other without worrying about who we might offend in our party. And this kind of action breaks that down. And we've got to stop having things like this be injected into institutions like education right here. So, very importantly, and most importantly, students need to learn to be prepared to be in a real world. And the real world isn't one view of everything. The real view is composed of all of our views put together, learning together, arguing and figuring out the solutions together. So I really praise you for taking these great student organizations, very important parts of the government, and the things that you've done to come up with
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I think what's really heartening about this is a display like this really demonstrates that everyone understands the severity of what's happening today. Our universities need to be a place where we can debate, where we can face hard truths, and where we can discuss what we've done wrong in the past and what we can do better. Passing a resolution like this won't change the past. It won't change the things that have gone wrong in our country, and it won't challenge us to be better. Our students are old enough to vote. They're old enough to go to war. They're old enough to buy a house. They're old enough to learn what we've done in the past and what we can do better. We really need to take a long, hard look at what's going on and what's motivating us here. And we need to focus on encouraging our students to do better and not shielding them from the things that we've done wrong in the past. Thank you all for being here. Please speak during public comment, and please make your voices heard. That's the only way that we will be able to fight actions like this in the future.
Thank you, Regents Elizabeth O'Connor and Barbara White. Next up, we have remarks from Daniel Conrad at the ACLU.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day for democracy. My name is Danielle Conrad. I'm the Executive Director at the ACLU of Nebraska. And we are proud and thrilled and honored to be in solidarity with these young leaders across our state, with our elected officials on the Board of Regents, with our partners at the NAACP and the ADL, and on behalf of our thousands of members who stretch all across Nebraska. For 100 years on the national level and 50 years right here in Nebraska, we the people, have fought to create a more perfect union. We stand in opposition to this suspect harmful resolution. We have significant concerns when it comes to free speech, when it comes to free expression, when it comes to academic freedom, when it comes to students' rights, when it comes to equal protection, when it comes to due process. We are committed to advancing racial justice and free expression, and this suspect resolution falls on both fronts. We are proud to be here today to share this message. We will carry that into the Board of Regents. And in closing, let me be clear. What we're seeing, if we ignore our history and our jurisprudence, is a modern day book burning. This is government censorship at its worst. This is cancel culture at its worst. We, working together, have to recognize and draw a straight line, connect the dots from the Stokes trial to the Red Scare to present day. The same principles are at play. Free speech, free association, free expression, equal protection, and racial justice. We thank you for being here, and we're excited to carry this campaign forward into the Regents meeting today and beyond.
Okay, I think I might have to cut it there so I can get a seat in the Regents. Well, hopefully they're closing here.
Next we have remarks from Haley Taylor at the ADL.
Well, we'll do one more speaker here.
Hi, good morning. I'm Haley Taylor. I'm the Education Director for the Anti-Defamation League serving Nebraska, Iowa, and Kansas. As one of the nation's leading anti-hate organizations, it's imperative that I'm present today to stand in solidarity with the students around me and in front of me who are here to not only use their voices to be heard, but to continue to advocate for their education here in the state of Nebraska. As a Black woman, one of my priorities in leading in education is to make sure that our next generation continues to learn, continues to lead, and I can only beg our Board of Regents to seriously consider the severity of passing this resolution. I oppose what it stands for, and I stand again in solidarity with our students in our state who are demanding their academic freedom. Keep our politics out of the classroom, allow our students to learn our true, authentic American history, allow our students to debate, to demand answers, to create creative solutions, and to be nurtured and encouraged by our Nebraska education system. Thank you so much for being here today, and we hope to hear your voices during public comment.
Great.
Can we all give our speakers another round of applause? Well, this wraps up the program, but this is not the end, obviously. Again, I just want to urge everyone to take a stand. Your voice should be heard, and please speak during public commentary because at the end of the day, this affects students. It's all about us, right? We should make some noise and let the Board of Regents know what's up. And yeah, so the Board of Regents is supposed to start at 9 o'clock, and the building is open, so you're free to go inside and then just take a seat and then speak during public comment. Thank you all for coming out again.
Okay, once again, this has been Chris Dunker with the Lincoln Journal-Star and journalstar.com here at the University of Nebraska Board of Regents meeting. Like the last speaker said, the meeting starts at 9, so I'm going to go in and get a seat. You can follow me on Twitter at Chris Dunker LJS or at Journal Star News, and we'll be updating the story as it happens today. Thanks for following.